You know what literally every person loves on this planet? Cats. I mean, look at these little cute things. They're the most adorable, little fluffy things in the world. But you know what else we all love? Anime. Anime is great. And today I'm going to tell you about a very special anime in my heart, Chainsaw Man. And you know what? We're just going to get straight into this. Absolutely love it. If you've never watched anime before, I mean, this is perfect. Anyway, doesn't even matter if you haven't watched anime. Story of Chainsaw Man is so good. Like, you think you know something in the story, and then just another crazy thing happens and you're like, wait, what's going on again? I'm so confused. And that, to be honest, also aligns with the characters, which we're going to talk about right now. First of all, main character Denji, I love him so much. I mean, he is heartless, but at the same time, he is just funny as hell. He loves kicking people in the balls from the looks of things. You know what? That's probably the thing I would do because that's just smart. And his goal isn't even really anything special. He just likes women. And I mean, to be honest, I think a lot of people live their life like that and just won't admit it. So I respect him as a character. And now talking about Power as well. Oh, I love Power. Power's probably my favorite character just in general for a lot of shows because she's not crazy for the sake of being crazy. She's just mental, out of her socks. I don't even know what she is as a character, but some of the scenes where she just randomly just goes nuts is my favorite thing, honestly. And I think she's like a very good description of what Chainsaw Man is. It's just nuts. And then we have Arky. Now, he's literally just a normal character. He's just normal, calm, went through some trauma. I mean, if you saw the scene, then oh my god, that was heartbreaking in some sense because it happened so quick, but he has not really got much to him. But I think that's something that makes it so perfect, and I imagine later in, it's going to be crazy. So let's talk about the story. I'm not going to give you a whole entire thesis of why Chainsaw Man is absolutely perfect and comparing this every single anime and comparing tropes and all that because, guys, we just want to watch a good show at the end of the day. I've watched a lot of shonen and a lot of anime in general, and a lot of it is very predictable, and I feel like that's the biggest problem with a lot of shows in general, not just anime. I feel like you can predict what's going to happen, or you can at least guess. And I feel like with this anime, it's honestly so absurd that it's hard to predict. And I feel like with any story like that, I think it's a perfect way to enjoy something when you just don't know what's going to happen. And now it leads me on to the power system in this anime. And honestly, the power system is very unique in some sense. A lot of anime tend to go with the usual, they get some sort of magic or power, and then they just keep getting better, and it's kind of like, oh, they're down now, so now we've got to make them get back up and increase in power, and they beat the bad guy, etc. It's pretty predictable. But in this anime, basically, humans, well, I assume only humans, can have contracts with devils, and then they get their power for their own use. That's kind of what I'm getting out of it. And I feel like that's such an interesting way of doing things, because it means that it's not just their power, so to speak. There could be lots of different things that could happen to the power, because at the end of the day, it's a contract. And I mean, there's a specific scene in the anime, which is especially sad, which just kind of shows how much people are willing to risk just to get more power, so to speak. I watched anime in dub, and it's actually really good in dub. I just wanted to point that out. Listen, you could watch it in just sub, and that's perfectly fine. I've actually been planning to do that. But if you like anime that's good in dub, this is very good in dub, honestly. And I mean, in Spanish, it's something else. Now, this moves me on to actually one of my favorite parts about the anime, and it's not the anime specifically, but the people who are working on the anime. First of all, they made 12 different endings just for this anime. Like, first of all, that's a lot of work. And I really, honestly, they're all very good endings, in general. And the amount of work they've put into the anime is actually amazing. I've seen some videos online, and wow, they've really put work into this anime, and you've got to respect it. When the next few episodes drop eventually, I will genuinely be so excited, and you don't even know. And I hope this excitement is transferring over to you. If you haven't watched it, I really, really recommend watching it. That's all I have to say. I don't even want to spoil anything because I feel like the anime is just so good, enjoyed without knowing anything. The manga, of course, is fantastic according to a lot of people. I mean, there's a reason it was so hyped up, the anime. But anyway, hopefully you enjoy a short video. If you did, please do drop us a like. Hopefully this type of anime content is for you. Usually I don't do anime content on this channel, but I like to change it up sometimes, and honestly, I just love Chainsaw Man. That's all I want to say. Anyway, thank you for watching, have a good one, and I'll see you next one, and goodbye.